Like every other victim on that flight was special for their family, but truly they were very hardworking boys. They were good in school. They're very helpful to their mother. They were a pillar to her. She's been separated from her husband now for 4 years, so she was a single mom. They had just come to the Netherlands for the last 4 years, and so it was a new country. It was a new life. It was, everything was new, and they had never lived on their own in Europe before, so it was very difficult, but they were just tremendously good boys.
And there are two things I want to see if they're actually true. Is it true that the young one started talking about flying and being worried and what might happen, and that your family believes he may have sensed something coming? Is that true?
Yeah, whether you want to call it a premonition or whatever, but I mean, the eerie thing was that right before getting on the flight, after going through passport control, he ran back to his mom, my sister, who was standing next to me, and he said, what's going to happen if the plane is going to crash and I'm going to die? I'm afraid to fly. And she said, don't worry, you've flown so many times before on your own. You've been an unaccompanied minor on many flights before. You'll be safe. Your big brother is there. Everything's going to be fine. And he said, what's going to happen if I die? And what if God asked me a question? What should I tell him? And so, now that you think back on it, it's just incredibly sad. And I wish we had been able to stop him from getting on that flight.
You can't do that.
You
can't do that. Samira, I hope you're not doing that. You know that kids say things all the time. It means something now, but please don't put yourself there. That's not fair to you. And it is true there's a third boy, and there was no seat available on this flight. Otherwise, he would have been on it also.
Correct.
But he wasn't. He's home. He's safe.
He's safe. He's home, but he's, of course, devastated, and we're very worried about him. He's 16 years old, and he lost two of his best friends.
Now, I know one of the reasons that it's important for you to speak for your family is because of what happened after this completely wrong act of taking this plane out of the sky.
That's probably the biggest insult, adding insult to injury. I mean, I understand that this is a war zone and there's a lot of animosity between the parties, but these people behave like animals. I mean, our kids and the 296 other victims, they were not part and parcel of this horrible war that's going on over there. They had nothing to do with this. They're innocent parties, and it's sacrilegious what was going on with their remains, and they should have been treated more respectfully.
How are you handling or preparing to handle the idea of whether your boys come back now, because they don't know exactly who they have. They don't know if people are still there or just undiscovered as of yet. Do you prepare for that?
That's what we pray for, that at least we'll have something to hold on to, something to put in the grave. Preferably, obviously, a body, not just a limb, and it was very graphic the way the forensic police that has been very, very supportive of us when they took a DNA swab yesterday morning with my sister, but they were very frank, and they said, we may not discover them in time, we may just get a limb. What do you want us to do? Do you want to put them in the grave, or do you want to wait till we find both boys? So it was just too much to bear. I think both the militants, both Russia and Malaysia Airlines, they're all to blame in one way or another, and everybody ultimately will have to pay the price and be responsible, be held responsible.
Samira, our heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry for what you've lost. And Yasmin?
Thank you, and thanks CNN to show the world what never should have been shown. It's not just us. It is people crying every minute for the same reasons we are crying. I don't know where humanity is going, but when I see you and everybody and the flowers, there's always hope. And we have to move on. I don't know how, but we have to, because they were incredible kids. I just told you, they were just incredible. We never knew how many lives they touched until now.